afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday, Elisa Briggs Wednesday.
That's right. She'll be taking your plant and garden questions coming up in just a little while. Mark and I will let you know when it's time to call in.
But first up in our news today, we're finding out more about the home invasion from early last Friday morning. A man faces charges, but for not what you'd expect.
We'll have the latest on that. Wisconsin could soon see a new top cop on election-related issues. Will Keneally explains.
And it's been 25 years since Princess Diana's death. We'll tell you how her legacy is being remembered. Let's take a look outside today. Frisbee Golf again.
It's a busy week for that's perfect weather for it.
Yeah, it really is. Not too windy like yesterday. The weather words, another taste of summer. Greg Barnhart is in the backyard. Going to warm up a little bit again.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be a taste of summer kind of for the end of August and actually going into the early September. So the good news, there is no clouds out there right now. You can see basically satellite imagery, no clouds, a few to the north. Otherwise, temperatures in the local area, mid-80s is very common. Once again, our average is 78 right now, so we are running about 5 to 6 degrees above average. And that'll be a little bit more tomorrow. Dew points are also up a little bit, so we're up 6 to 7, so we're getting kind of into the uncomfortable stage, but still not too bad. That'll actually go up a little bit more in the next few days. So overall today, so far 84, overnight low is 59, our average is 78, 57, and our record's 137, so we still can get quite hot even early September. So the things to know are very warm today and tomorrow. Heat indexes will be approaching 90, maybe in the low 90s. Mild overnight, still some fog and some river valleys possible. Patchy, otherwise most areas will not see it. And then, like I said, very warm. The next chance of rain will be coming Friday and maybe Friday night, but that's pretty small. So I'll let you know on the details of what's going to be coming up with that and how the Labor Day actually looks also.
Hard to believe it's the last day of August.
Here we go.
All right, Greg, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. The man who shot and killed a home intruder last week is facing charges, but not for shooting the man.
That news comes as the man who died in the shooting is identified. Eric Franke is here with more. Eric?
Susan and Mark, drugs seem to be at the center of this encounter. That's according to police, as the shooter now faces drug-related charges. 27-year-old Jose Gomez charged with possession with intent to deliver THC and maintaining a drug trafficking place. His wife, Shaniqua Gomez, also charged with maintaining a drug trafficking place. Madison police say last Friday a masked intruder was shot and killed inside the apartment. This was in the 1700 block of Packers Avenue on Madison's north side. Police Chief Sean Barnes said at the time Wisconsin's Castle Doctrine may protect the couple from charges related to that intruder's death. Meanwhile, the medical examiner says the man shot to death in this case is 35-year-old James Turner of Madison. Police say he was breaking in when Gomez shot him. Gomez has not been charged in Turner's death, but does face those drug charges, along with being a felon in possession of a firearm. He initially told police his wife had shot Turner using a gun his brother gave her as a gift for home protection, and said his wife has multiple guns for self-defense because he is not allowed to own any. And bond for Gomez set in court Monday at $1,000. Shaniqua Gomez due back in court on October 27th. Mark.
Eric, thank you. Wisconsin could soon see a new top cop on election-related issues.
That is after the State Elections Commission voted to create an inspector general position at their meeting today.
Political reporter Will Keneally has more on what that might look like. Will.
So the new position would help respond to an influx of open records requests and election complaints that the commission has received in the last 2 years. The IG will manage a staff of 9 people and help coordinate requests from the state legislature. Commission Chairman Don Millis says it's important to hire that new person to free up overworked staff.
And so this is not, as Megan suggests, not a proposal to pursue unfounded theories. What it is a proposal to determine the facts and communicate effectively with those people who have legitimate concerns, legislators, the public, and clerks.
The proposal receives some pushback from Democrats on the commission who wanted the IG to be hired by the agency's nonpartisan administrator. Republicans agreed to the change, but the fate of the new position now heads through the budget process. That means that the Republican-led legislature will have to sign off, and some conservative legislators have called for the agency itself to be abolished. And this all comes as a Racine County group that illegally ordered absentee ballots has filed a new complaint with the Wisconsin Elections Commission. We'll have more on that at 5.
We will see you at 5, Will. Thank you. It won't just be students entering new classrooms in Madison schools tomorrow. Many substitute teachers will start filling in while the district looks to hire more staff. Just yesterday, MMSD still had more than 130 teacher openings. The district has offers out to fill many of those jobs. But the reality is some classes will not have a full-time teacher on day one. It's a problem across the state and across the country. Madison's Teachers Union is prepared for the reality, but a spokesperson told us today responsibility for educating our children requires teamwork.
But ask the parents to do in those sort of situations is to recognize it, to advocate strongly for their kid, but also to ask, what can I do to support? You know, does the school need more volunteers? Do they need more people in the community? Do they need me to be knocking door to doors to get the right people elected so that we can actually get the funding that my child deserves?
We followed up today to see how many openings still exist in the Madison School District. He told us he's working to get us answers on how many teachers accepted district offers and when they could start. We expect to have those numbers tonight at 5. In the meantime, we can tell you the district has 275 long-term subs.
And we are approaching the start of the 3rd school year with COVID still impacting our lives. But now that the CDC recommendations have changed and cases remain low, parents might be left wondering what to do when it comes to masking. Right now in Dane County, the current weekly case rate per 100,000 people is at 191, putting the county at a medium level of community spread. According to Public Health Madison and Dane County, Dr. Rupa Shah of SSM Health says now that we've entered a different phase of the pandemic where more people are vaccinated and boosted, each family will have to find what works. But there are some instances where she thinks masking should be encouraged.
Each family does have to use their own, individual kind of what works best for their family. But I think at this point, children should be encouraged to mask maybe in times where they're going to be in closed spaces together, maybe at a school assembly, on a school bus together, in tight spaces.
Dr. Shaw also says masking in schools will help prevent other illnesses like the flu and the common cold from spreading as well. The FDA has authorized new COVID booster doses, the first that target the highly contagious Omicron strain.
The hope is that they'll be effective at preventing a predicted winter surge.
Nancy Chen reports from New York.
Newly formulated COVID-19 booster shots could be available in just a matter of days after the FDA gave its authorization Wednesday.
I will be at the front of the line at the pharmacy getting my vaccination. I'm very confident about this.
Pfizer and Moderna's updated boosters are known as bivalent vaccines. They combine components from the original vaccine with components designed to target the widely circulating Omicron subvariants BA4 and BA5.
The hope here is that by increasing the amount of antibodies we have to that particular variant, we will restore the kind of protection that we had when we first saw these vaccines launched, and hopefully stave off the coming wave of COVID-19 predicted by scientific models.
Moderna's booster is for Americans 18 and older. Pfizer's for 12 and older. People could get either booster just 2 months after receiving their last shot of the COVID vaccine. The FDA authorized the new formulations without waiting for the results from human clinical trials. But health experts argue the process is no different than what they do for other vaccines.
While we have little safety data, just like the flu shot comes out every year, and it really is tested as we give it, we're going to do the same here. So we think it's close enough to the original COVID-19 vaccine. It's the same outer shell, slightly different spike protein, that it is going to be safe.
The CDC still needs to sign off, but once the modified boosters are available, the FDA says you can get them at the same time as your annual flu shot. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
Pfizer plans to submit a request to the FDA in October for giving the new booster to children as young as 5 years old.
Some Americans are not as protected as they could be against COVID. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, just over 67% of the U.S. has had at least 2 shots. However, less than 49% of those people got a booster shot, while 65% of those at least 65 years old have rolled up their sleeves for a booster dose. Less than half of the population of those under that age have done the same. As of June, the CDC says unvaccinated people are 8 times more likely to die of COVID than those who did get the shots.
Well, 25 years have gone since Princess Diana's death shocked the world. Today, crowds gathered in Paris and London to honor her memory. Princess Diana was 36 years old when she died after being chased through the French capital by paparazzi. Diana's death came 1 year after her divorce from Prince Charles. But friends of the princess can't help but wonder, what if she was still with us?
I don't know whether Britain would still be her home. She might have remarried. She might even have had a second family. She desperately wanted to have a daughter or two.
Princes William and Harry were just 15 and 12 when they lost their mother. The princes are carrying on their mother's mission to help others through charities that they support. William and Harry are remembering their mother in private today as the public pays tribute to a princess taken too soon.
She raised two remarkable sons.
We were all just talking in the studio about where we were when we got that news.
It's one of those you know where you were moments.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, still to come at 4, NASA's return to the moon project is on hold, at least until Saturday, when they try to launch the Artemis 1 rocket for the second time.
Why is it important for the United States to return to the moon, and what are the plans for the future? We'll talk with an expert on that when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffel's. During Steinhoffel's Labor Day sale, get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $3.99. Or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black and get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash, plus a $100 gas reward card. And with Steinhoffel's 60-month 0% financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhoffel's.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
The Stanley Steamer started with one man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. We've been cleaning tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, and a whole lot more. We don't just clean carpets, we clean homes. So when your home needs a cleaning, give us a ring at 1-800-STEAMER.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward?
Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Get the guaranteed lowest appliance and grill prices of the season at the end of summer clearance sale at Grand Appliance. Save up to 25% instantly on unbeatable deals, like this LG Mega Capacity Washer for just $698, and up to $1,000 in additional package rebate savings you won't find anywhere else. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Welcome back. Some advice today from the Monona Police Department. If you're driving around schools now that classes are resuming, slow down.
Monona Police Chief Brian Cheney says his department is going to be beefing up traffic enforcement around schools with special attention given to the area that includes Monona Drive, Nichols Road, and Broadway.
The goal here is voluntary compliance. We want folks to slow down, pay attention, and be cognizant that there might be a police officer monitoring the road conditions and traffic speeds at your location.
Chief Cheney said his officers care deeply about the safety of school-age children because many of those officers have children of their own.
Well, you can expect to find more discounts this year than in previous holiday shopping seasons. Executives at Best Buy, Ulta, Gap, and other top chains have said in recent weeks that they are expecting a shopping season packed with discounts. Walmart said yesterday it was offering more rollbacks, temporary price reductions on items than in previous years, and a wider array of toys for less than $50 and $25. In addition to toys, shoppers will likely find discounts on clothing, TVs, beauty products, sporting goods, and other items.
Well, Dolly Parton seems to have the golden touch, of course, with singing, acting, and writing. And now the superstar has launched an apparel line for pets. It's called Doggy Parton. All right, I know when I'm getting the news hounds for Christmas. Dolly Parton says she was inspired to start it because of her love for animals. Part of the proceeds will go to a rescue organization that provides homes for displaced animals. Initially, the products will be available online through doggyparton.com and on Amazon, but more retailers will be announced in the future.
That's why Brady said all his friends are getting dog clothes this year.
Brady Mallory loves Dolly Parton.
Light just went on. Well, stocks extended losses into a fourth day as the Fed sell-off continues. The Dow Industrials lost another 280 points, ending the day at 31,510. The NASDAQ fell almost 67 points. The S&P 500 gave up 31. Well, NASA's rescheduled launch of the Artemis moon rocket is now set for Saturday.
The unmanned flight is set to be the first of NASA's most powerful rocket ever assembled.
It marks the beginning of NASA's Artemis lunar program, a more than month-long journey around the moon. Dixie Burns is a physical science instructor at Madison College. Dixie, welcome back. It's good to see you again.
Hi, Dixie. Good to see you.
Who's already on the moon, apparently. So why is NASA doing this? Why are we going back to the moon?
Well, it's been, 1972 was the last, manned mission to the moon. So science has advanced since then, and there's much to learn. Also, the goal is to put the first woman on the moon and the first person of color on the moon.
Oh, wow. That's very exciting. Well, the rocket will not carry astronauts, and it will not land on the moon. So why is this particular mission so important to getting us back to the moon?
Well, basically, the ultimate goal, like I said, is to put people on the moon and maybe even a base on the moon. But we need to test the robotics first. This new rocket engine, the SLS engine, which stands for Space Launch System, we've never used before. So we want to make sure it works and there are no problems before we send it up with people.
And this is the most...
So we're sending that in the Orion capsule by itself.
And this is the most powerful rocket we've ever launched. Is that correct?
This is a very powerful rocket. And what they want to do is, like you said, it's going to take about a month, the whole thing. It'll take a good week plus to get there, and they'll orbit the moon a little bit, and then they'll come back and splash down in the ocean outside of the Pacific, outside of San Diego.
Well, there is a 2-hour launch window for this on Saturday. It starts at about 1:17 p.m. local time here in Madison. Now, what will happen if there's another delay or if weather is a factor or if something closes this window?
Right. Well, these windows, what they're timing is, how to get to the moon to the right way so that they can get back. And if it's weather, the delay probably will be shorter. If there is some mechanical issue, then the delay will depend. Is it something they can fix quickly, or is it something they need to remove off the launch pad and actually take it apart and put it back together again?
So what is the long term? Is this to set up bases on the moon so we can travel to Mars?
Ultimately, perhaps. I mean, this whole mission was designed to get us to the moon. Artemis 1 is this unmanned probe. Artemis 2 will take 4 people and orbit the moon. That should happen in the next couple of years. And then shortly after that, Artemis 3 will have the first people on the moon, on the surface of the moon since 1972. Then there's like an Artemis 4 and beyond where they might have a moon base where we can use that to launch to Mars or an asteroid or any number of things.
But this is years in the future.
Yeah, we're talking at least a decade in the future for that part.
Wow, it's incredible.
This is a long-term project. This is an expensive endeavor.
Yeah, it's causing some criticism because it is so expensive.
It is. They budgeted $93 billion for the whole thing. Each launch is about $4 billion.
Wow.
So they're not cheap. The U.S. is taking the primary burden of that cost, but we do have international partners as well.
All right, well, hopefully we can get it up on Saturday.
Hopefully we'll get to see it on Saturday. Dixie, thanks so much for joining us today. Great to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
Well, speaking of flying, are you planning on flying sometime this fall or winter? Don't buy your ticket just yet.
CBS senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg joins us after Greg's forecast. He has advice on when to purchase that ticket. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. And this Labor Day weekend, we're having a summer send-off celebration at all Bob's locations near you and all 164 stores coast to coast, with 16 new stores this year alone.
Get Bob's Discount!
If you have advanced non-small cell lung cancer, your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Together, Opdivo plus Yervoy helps your immune system launch a response that fights cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more time together, more family time, more time to remember. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation. Here's to a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about the combination of 2 immunotherapies, Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all those in our clinical trials.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Menards is your lighting headquarters. We have a great selection of lights from top brands, including Good Earth Lighting. Good Earth light fixtures are eco-friendly and super efficient, saving you money on your next electric bill. Get a light that complements your unique style, has cutting edge and innovative features, or helps you with your home projects. Right now, save 11% on all Good Earth light fixtures at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Mirror, mirror on my 5-piece Tremont bedroom set. Only $9.99. Dresser and mirror, chest, queen bed, even a nightstand. At Bob's Discount Furniture, you get the quality and value you deserve, even if you like talking to yourself in the mirror.
Get Bob's Discount!
Well, take a look at this. If you saw that recent huge tomato spill on a California highway, hope you saved room for seconds. That's because there's another big rig accident that left Tennessee highway splattered in creamy Alfredo sauce. Thankfully, no injuries reported, but the truck lost a load of its jars, making this the second saucy roadway coating spill in as many days. Somewhere in Italy, someone is crying. Mamma mia.
If they could just coordinate these spills.
Get this tomato sauce.
Yeah.
And the Alfredo. That's a mess.
That is a mess. Looks like snow, doesn't it?
I wonder what it smells like.
I bet it smells great.
Greasy mess to pick up.
I suddenly want pasta for dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're getting hungry. It is September Eve. Can you believe it? Last day of August. Wow.
Greg, this is Susan, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Well, our first show together, right?
I didn't know we had another person.
Welcome aboard. You've been on the air for a while, though, for a couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah, I've had to deal with Mark. And,
yeah,
you know,
put up with me, Brady.
Yeah.
He came back the second day after that. It was surprised.
Yeah, surprising.
All right, so we're starting meteorological autumn.
There you go, fall. That is right.
Fall.
So, but it's not going to feel like fall. We're going to have the warm temps coming up. It's going to be warm.
great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love, and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Hey y'all, it's Pookie. I'm here to tell you about the pet insurance now offered by Physicians Mutual. And they take everybody, it don't matter your age or fur. So let's get a little personal, y'all. Not too long ago, it would hurt when I went to tinkle. I know, unpleasant stuff, but my mama took me to the vet and I'm back to living my best life. And my mama had pet insurance, so goodbye, high vet bill. Now there's money for hair, nails, and pearly whites. Tell your human about
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer during the final days of the Summer Supercharged sales event. You still have time to lock in your order on select Ford vehicles, and we'll lock in your rate. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. So stop by your Ford dealer today during the final days of the Summer Supercharged sales event. Hurry to lock in 2.9% financing for 60 months on select Ford trucks and SUVs, only at your local Ford dealer.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big, big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, it's a warm one out there. You can see temperatures. Actually, we're getting close to 90 in La Crosse, 88. Otherwise, 89 in Lone Rock, 85 in Boscobel. So it is almost 10 degrees warmer in some locations. So this is going to be the trend for the next 2 days, just a kind of a taste of it. If we zoom into the Dane County area, pretty much we're looking at mid-80s for most locations, a few colder spots at 82. But overall, it's still a warm afternoon for being the end of August and almost the beginning of September. Overall, we still got the kind of the west flow going on. All the heat really is starting to build out west. They got a lot of heat advisories, heat warnings. You're going to see record highs for a little bit of time there. Otherwise, most of the moisture is stuck to the south, and our cool air mass that we're hoping to eventually get is still stuck to the north right now. So that's kind of what we're in between as we zoom in. So you see a little activity out there, but all the action that we're concerned about for the weekend is far out to the west yet. So in the meantime, we're going to still get this westerly flow off of this ridge out to the west, and that's going to keep us somewhat warm. And then we do have a few waves. One of them comes through Friday, and then there's a few other ones that are going to scoot to the north. Not going to have much impact, but a few chances for rain. Really, the big story is going to be as eventually we get into next week, this ridge rebuilds again. And then towards the end of next week is when we start getting to a little bit more unstable, and it's all due to this low that's going to start beginning to expand and maybe bring up precipitation. But in the meantime, we're going to deal with more heat really than anything else. So for this afternoon, this evening, 70s dropping down to 70s, overnight dropping down to the mid 60s by 12. And then once we get up for the first day of school, we're looking at about upper 50s, low 60s with light winds. So overall, a nice comfortable night. And then tomorrow, the winds pick up from the south, southwest, and then we're going to start heating up. So once again, we're going to see temperatures probably approaching the mid 80s. Heat indexes could be a little bit warmer because our dew points will start to increase. So as you look at the 10-day, we're seeing that the big thing to look at is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Temperatures could be approaching mid to upper 80s in some locations, so heat indexes could be low 90s, so quite summer-like. A front kind of tries to scoot through Friday into Saturday, and that should cool us down a little bit, but then after that, we should be dry. So that's the thing we're going to have to watch out for. So it's going to be summer-like the next 2 days, so you're going to feel it.
The holiday weekend, though, looks perfect.
Yes. Good and dry. That's a good thing. And mid-70s, and then next week still looks dry, too. It's an extended dry period. It looks like we're in yet for at least for another week.
Taste of Madison is this weekend?
That's right, yeah.
So good weather for that.
Yes. So Friday, a slight chance. Other than that, I don't see any other rain in the forecast beyond.
Good way to end summer, I guess.
Yes. Well, if you like the heat, I guess.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
Well, we are approaching the end of the summer travel season.
With the upcoming Labor Day holiday, a lot of people are trying to pull off one last trip.
Earlier, we spoke with CBS News senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg, who joins us from the Operations Center at DFW Airport in Dallas about the future of the cost of travel.
Well, the top thing is if you can get through the last big weekend of travel, Labor Day weekend, things are going to get better. Not necessarily by design, but by number. Fewer people traveling, fewer people making advanced reservations, airlines slashing their schedules and in some cases their service to many American cities. And with those kind of numbers, things are going to get a little more stabilized. So that's a good news. You just got to get through this last weekend.
What do you think we'll see in the coming weeks in regard to airfares? Do you expect them to come down in September?
They're already starting to come down for September flights. And the reason is this. So many Americans were traveling this summer at any cost. They were not going to be denied, and they paid a lot of money. And now they're getting their credit card bills and going, whoops. And maybe I'm going to stay home for the next couple of months, with the exception maybe of Thanksgiving, and or delay everything until next year. Kids are back in school. People are getting back to the workplace. So you're starting to see forward bookings like fall off a cliff. And as a result, airfares are responding by going down. Southwest Airlines already announced that for flights from September 8th to February 15th of next year, their airfares are going to start at about $59. I fully expect American, United, and Delta to follow suit right after Labor Day.
So just wait a couple of weeks before you buy the tickets. So once you get there, hotel prices seem to have remained high all summer long. Any relief in store this fall?
There's the problem. They're a different animal. Hotel prices were high this summer, first because of demand, but also because most hotels were operating at only about a 60% capacity because they literally did not have the staff to support the other 40% of their room inventory. That 60% will probably hold through the fall as business travel starts to come back. But where you can make an inroad is not on the rate itself, but in all those fees they've been charging. The resort fee, the bottle of water, the internet, the parking. You need to have a conversation with the hotel directly and negotiate that up front. You can't do that online, but if you do that, you'll get some savings.
Oh, that's good advice. Now, gas prices are gradually going down. So do you think driving somewhere would be a cheap alternative if you're looking for, it's pretty last minute now, but for Labor Day?
Why not? I mean, look, Americans will not be denied in their car no matter what. We never got to the tipping point in gas prices where people said we're not going to drive. So the fact that gas prices are coming down is just more of an incentive to continue our behavior patterns and our love affair with our cars. So the answer is yes.
The holidays around the corner.
Yep.
Be snowing soon. When should we start booking for the holidays?
Well, it's not exactly a news bulletin what day Thanksgiving is every year, and what day before Thanksgiving is the day they made a movie about called Airplanes, Trains, and Automobiles. So my suggestion is if you're going to book for Thanksgiving, do it now, because the fares are not going to go down for that particular weekend. But for any other week of the year, you know what? Wait till after Labor Day and watch the prices go down, and then seize that moment.
Great advice as usual.
Yes.
All right, Peter, thanks for being with us again today. We'll see you soon.
You got it, guys.
Thanks, Peter.
How do you get into that control?
I know. That was kind of cool to see, actually.
Cool. Well, coming up next here on Live at 4, high school athletic programs are working overtime to get a hold of football helmets, which are in short supply. Keep reading, Mark.
Hang on, it's
Please
Wednesday.
why it's happening.
And then coming up next hour at 5, there is a sense of recognition today for people with disabilities that their voices and their votes matter. Catherine Merck will tell us more about that at 5.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including all new power lift chairs and always free delivery. The Portage Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient, full-line automaker. local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
Shop the end of summer clearance sale at Grand Appliance for up to 25% off, plus an extra $1,000 in rebate savings you won't find anywhere else. Get unbeatable deals like this Samsung large capacity French door refrigerator with dispenser for just $17.98, along with big end of season discounts on top grill brands like Weber, Traeger, and Napoleon. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom today. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts.
Spectrum presents Stream Home Makeover with JoJo.
We transform the Joneses' home, upgrading their entertainment experience with the best TV and internet services from Spectrum. Let's go. With Spectrum TV, you get your favorite channels and streaming apps, plus tons of on-demand.
Switch to Spectrum TV and internet for only $49.99 a month each. Now with even faster speeds of 300 megabits per second. Call 1-844-480-4713.
Ready for more? Take a look. With the free Spectrum TV app, you can stream live sports, news, and more on all your devices, inside, outside, and on the go.
Wow, that's awesome!
There's more. We powered up the game room with Spectrum Internet, which gives you the fast, reliable speeds you need to power all your devices. And it comes with free security suite, so you can feel completely safe and secure.
Switch to Spectrum TV and internet for only $49.99 a month each. Now with speeds of 300 megabits per second. Call 1-844-480-4713.
Call now.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home with Certa-Queen mattresses from $2.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
IRS agent is waiting for your call back.
When you've been scammed, when a business won't listen, when you get obstacles instead of solutions, don't give up. Call for action.
I'm News 3 Now's Leah Lynchide. Our Call for Action team is here for you, exposing scams, mediating consumer disputes, and getting results. Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com.
Call for action, only on News 3 Now.
We're taking action for you.
Let's give the weather satellite a spin. We end up in Salt Lake City, where it's a toasty 97 degrees. Greg was talking about that big heat wave out west that they are in the middle of. There it is. Yeah. Yep. Well, the supply chain crisis is now extending to the high school gridiron. Teams don't have enough helmets as the football season gets underway.
Wendy Gillette talked to coaches and players who are trying to make do with what they have.
Wide receiver Drew Cortese is wearing a helmet that doesn't quite fit.
I was given a large helmet, but the issue was that it was too big and it would wobble around. Like when I tackle, it move a lot.
The Irvington high school football player who had a concussion last season would rather have a medium, but there are none left. And when practice started this season, not everyone had a helmet.
Everybody else was doing things with pads or helmets when you couldn't because there wasn't enough for all of us.
This team and other high school football programs across the country are feeling the impact of the global supply chain crisis.
So how big of a problem has this been?
This has been a pretty significant problem for our program. We have roughly 40 players on our team, and we don't have enough helmets for every player. So we've had to dip down into our 7th and 8th grade team supply.
Blue 80 hot. It's the same situation at Walpole High School outside Boston.
Our reps that we're buying the helmets from, and they're probably getting a text or an email a day from all these coaches. You know, I just sent one an hour ago. Any updates? And there's nothing yet.
Only 2 companies make these helmets, and they're not cheap, running anywhere from $300 to $1,000 a piece.
The companies have been honest and upfront with telling us that they're not getting the clips and the interior padding of the helmets because of the supply chain. And even when they are getting helmets ready, the supply chain is taking forever to get those helmets out to the schools.
1, 2, 3, go! A new order of helmets should be delivered to the Irvington Bulldogs sometime this season. They hope.
Go.
Wendy Gillette, CBS News, Irvington, New York.
Now, earlier this month, Riddell, one of the largest helmet makers in the country, said that most backlogged orders of helmets would ship by the end of August, with the rest arriving in September.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Don't play without a helmet.
No.
It's time to get your plant and garden questions answered. The number to call is 608-270-9933.
Lisa Briggs, there she is. Oh, look at how cute you look, Lisa. I love your hat. She's standing by live at the Bruce Company in Middleton, and she will take your calls when Live at 4 continues. So call now.
The green grass program put on by First Tee is making a difference here on the golf course and off. Ashlyn, tell us what First Tee is. I know people hear that, they think of golf. It's so much more than just the game of golf.
It truly is. So underneath our umbrella, we're kind of divided into two different categories. One is our learning centerpiece, and the other is what we call life skills experience. And with that, we're able to work with the community. We have partnerships with school districts, community centers, and we offer what we're doing here today called green grass programming. It was really cool because before COVID, we were serving more than 17,000 kids in Wisconsin. Last year, we're getting that number back up to more than 12,000 kids, but it's just providing an overall golf experience to make golf more of an inclusive sport, as well as teaching important life skills.
Brad, tell us a little bit about First Tee's green grass program and what that all entails.
Well, usually it's during the non-school time during the summer. We're outside twice a week and using the 9 core values of the First Tee and trying to use them on the golf course, and then how can you apply it off the golf course as well.
So much more than just, we're going to get you good at using your driver and your fairway wood.
Oh no. It's all about teaching you about yourself and how you can respect the other people in your surroundings.
I know you have a favorite core value. What is that?
Mine is respect. Respect for yourself, respect for others, and respect for your surroundings.
What's that like when you can really see a difference in kids that you've worked with? And you see it hitting home and that light bulb going off.
It's rewarding is what it is. But the best part is when I talk to the parents and they tell me how they express some of those core values that they're seeing away from the course and at home. That's my favorite part.
And if they pick up a few skills along the way, even better.
Darn. Yeah, oh darn.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you're Buzz into Madison.
In 1983, Senator Johnson's daughter was born with a serious heart defect. Dedicated doctors and nurses saved her life. Family became the most important thing in his life, and it still is. He has always enjoyed the simple things in life: the outdoors, fishing, hiking, camping, cross-country skiing, Packer and Badger games, rec league softball, and playing guitar. And did I mention fishing? As a U.S. Senator, he fought to secure tax cuts for 95% of American Main Street businesses so they could stay competitive with the big guys and survive the pandemic. His right to try law has given terminal patients freedom and hope and saved many lives. And his Joseph Project has transformed lives by helping people get good-paying jobs and be proud of earning their own success. Senator Johnson went to Washington for all the right reasons. I should know because I am that daughter, and I've been watching my dad help others for 39 years.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
All right, traffic overall is increasing as really the last full day we have before school starts. To see what this actually looks like without school. But we've had a crash at US 150 Oak Street. That's not causing too many issues, but otherwise volume is starting to pick up. But like I said, this is the last day of school, so the only thing to really look out for today is like a sun glare, sun blind with a bright sun that we have out there. And otherwise, Janesville and those areas look good too, but this will be different tomorrow, you guys.
All right, warming up. A dazzling pink diamond described as one of the world's most purest and most saturated could fetch more than $21 million when it goes under the hammer in Hong Kong in October. At 11.15 carats, the cushion-shaped gem is called Williamson Pink Star in tribute to 2 other pink diamonds. The stone was mined in Tanzania. Experts say pink diamonds are exceptionally rare in nature, and auctioneers are expected many bids for the gem when it's offered for sale at a standalone auction.
Oh, they're beautiful. I love anything pink. That's beautiful.
All right, put on your list.
Yeah.
We're taking your calls today for Lisa Briggs of the Bruce Company.
The number to call is 608-270-9933. And
they're all full? No, they're all full.
Oh, there's a couple lines on the end.
Those don't work.
Oh, okay.
Those don't. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
I'm good. How was your trip, Susan?
Oh, it was wonderful. It's always good to get a change of scene, but then it's always good to come home, too.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
She brought back Swiss chocolate, so we let her back in the building.
Oh, there you go.
All right, we got lots of calls. Let's start with Ted in Beloit. Hi, Ted. What's your question?
Hi, Lisa. We're wondering, we got a begonia, and it flowered when we first got it, but it hasn't flowered for the last couple of years. Can you tell us something about the flowering pattern of this begonia?
So is this a begonia that you have inside the house?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's probably one of the Riegers, or they're not necessarily bred for a lot of flowering. What you could do is add some fertilizer, like some blossom booster to it, but I'd hold off and do that next spring and see if that'll help.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go to Tom in Middleton. Hi, Tom, what's your question?
Hi, Lisa. I've got some butterfly milkweed that I'd like to split and move. When can I do this? Can I do it this year, or do I have to wait till spring, or what should I do?
They don't split particularly well, but when you would want to move them, if you want to move them around, would definitely be in spring, for sure. As soon as you can get your shovel in the ground, but it's not too wet. Remember, though, that you'll want to stick a marker in there so that you know where it is next spring, because butterfly bush, or not butterfly bush, but butterfly weed, Asclepias, are slow to start in the spring, so you might not see it when it's first coming up. So put like a popsicle stick or a plastic marker so you remember where it is.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you. Thanks for the call. Let's go to Joyce in Avoca. Hi, Joyce.
Hi.
What's your question?
Lisa, I have a hydrangea bush, and right now it's green, and I've always wanted it to be either pink or blue. And I know you have to have some kind of acid, but I was wondering if it's the kind of acid that you put in water and then put it on, or if it's like granules, if you put it like in the dirt. And the bottom line is, does this work?
So there are some hydrangeas that will change their flower color based on the acidity or the pH level of the soil.
Right.
If you have a hydrangea that is green or white, it is not going to change color no matter how much soil sulfur or garden acid that you're going to add to it. So you just might have one that doesn't change. You need a big leaf hydrangea. So it's either pink and you can make it blue, or if you live on the East Coast, it's blue and you can make it pink. But you can't make a white one blue or pink. It's just meant to be white.
Oh, you know, and I guess no one has ever said that. They just seem to think, you know, all you need to do is to put some kind of an acid in the soil, and you'd be fine. Okay.
No, you got
No, ma'am, it only works for certain ones.
Yep, go buy a pink one.
I like the blue and pink ones, too. Those are my favorite. Let's go to Tina in Mazomanie. Hi, Tina, what's your question?
Hi, I'm calling about my jade plant. I've had it for about 2-3 years, was doing well, and all of a sudden we moved, and 4 months into moving, it just died.
Oh.
It's dying, and I don't know how to bring it back. Can I cut it all the way down to the roots and start over again?
It's not going to respond really well to that, but jades are super easy to root from the leaves. So if you have some leaves that are in good shape, you can just snap them off and dip that end in some rooting hormone, put it in a small pot of like some damp sand or some cactus mix, and jade are really easy to reroot from cuttings. Not necessarily
wonderful.
if you
I've
cut
got
it back
several
and
of
come
them.
back. So, yeah, so go ahead and do some cuttings.
Okay. I've killed more jade plants than I think anyone.
Lisa, where do you get the rooting hormone? Is that something you can find at the Bruce Company?
Absolutely. I was just going to say, you can find it in the house plant treatment section at the Bruce Company.
All right, good.
All right, let's go to Lynn in Wanakee. Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
What's your question?
I have a big hibiscus plant, and I was wondering when I can trim that back.
So this is a hibiscus that's planted in the ground, or one that you're going to bring in for the winter, a tropical?
I will bring it in for the winter.
Okay. So you can prune it back now, maybe 20%. Just know, though, that when you bring it inside, you're going to lose a lot of leaves are going to turn yellow because of the light level. So when you take it inside, put it in the sunniest spot, but make sure that over the next, maybe in the next 3 or 4 weeks, that you treat it for insect pests before you bring it back in, because hibiscus are prone to like whitefly and aphids, and if you bring those critters into the house, they're not a big problem outside in your yard, but in the house, the population will explode. So get some insecticidal soap and spray it down really well before you bring it back in the house.
All right. Let's go to Jim now in Partyville. Hi, Jim. What's your question?
Hi, Lisa. I have a question about a trumpet vine. It's 12 years old, and we have only flowered twice in that whole time. So we're wondering, is this, it's probably 10, 12 feet tall, and we just wondering if there's something we did or we need to cut it off and start with a new one.
I would say, first of all, that it needs plenty of sun to flower, so a good 6 or 8 hours. Also, you might want to fertilize it. Trumpet vines are pretty easy, but I've noticed a lot of them, like big ones that I see out as I'm driving around where I know there are some really nice specimens, haven't been flowering really well the last couple of years. There's one on Owen Road on the west side of Madison that this year, it's green and huge. It goes up a telephone pole, but it just did not flower this year. So I'm wondering if there's something going on in the environment, with climate, that is causing them to not flower. I don't know that cutting it back all the way is going to help. You could certainly do some trimming, though, to encourage some new growth, but I would try some fertilizer. You can put some down this fall and then maybe again in the spring. A blossom booster where the number of the 3 numbers, the middle one is high.
Yeah, they're spectacular plants when they flower.
Yeah.
They are really gorgeous. When they're blooming, they're gorgeous.
We're out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Lisa, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Lisa. Great to see you. We'll see you soon,
guys.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
My wife and I worked hard for decades. We thought our retirement was secure.
But inflation is changing everything. Gas, groceries. It's hard for retirees on fixed incomes. But I'm even more worried about the debt we're leaving our grandchildren.
Senator Ron Johnson understands we must get spending under control.
And he's working to stop the waste in Washington.
Tell Senator Johnson to keep fighting for Wisconsin seniors and the next generation.
Welcome to Dwellings. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
News 3 Now is always on.
Get the Channel 3000 app, activate the push alerts, and we will send you breaking news, traffic, and weather alerts as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
I call it divine intervention.
A team of doctors bring a sparkle of hope to a local woman diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Hear her story and how a second team helped get her over the goal line. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Yeah, we're looking at temperatures going to cool down just slightly to the upper low 70s by later tonight, a little light winds. And then tonight, overnight, temperatures will fall back down to 61, mostly mild. And then tomorrow, even warmer. We're looking at about 86 with heat indexes close to 90, and that means Friday's got about the same. A slight chance Friday and Sunday for some showers, Saturday for showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, it should cool off after that. So just be advised, the heat's here, but of course, it could be Death Valley because they're going to be 123 tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a dry heat.
It is a dry heat, yes.
All right, Greg, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, Dr. Carrie Donahue will answer your pet medical questions live.
And we'll visit a Madison home that's featured in the new Netflix series, Buy My House. We'll tour the home, and we'll talk to its owner coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Wait till you see this.
Yeah, wait till you see it is right.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri. Breztri gives me better breathing and helps prevent flare-ups. Before Breztri, I was stuck in the past. I still had bad days. Flare-ups, which kept me from doing what I love. My doctor said, for my COPD, it was time for Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups. Like no other COPD medicine, Breztri was proven to reduce flare-ups by 52%.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. And this Labor Day weekend, we're having a summer send-off celebration at all Bob's locations near you and all 164 stores coast to coast, with 16 new stores this year alone. So come celebrate with my new 60-month financing option. Incredible values on living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. And entertainment and yummy treats for the kiddos. It's gonna be great. Great indeed, Balloon Bob. So come celebrate Bob's coast-to-coast growth. The sun never sets on savings with Bob's Discount.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third-shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, the Tomatina Food Fight Festival has returned.
It's back after a 2-year suspension due to the pandemic, and it couldn't come soon enough. People from all over the world pasted each other with tomatoes in this eastern Spanish town of Buñol. People on trucks unloaded 130 tons of overripe tomatoes along the main street of town to people crammed on the streets below to throw at each other, leaving the area drenched in red pulp. Up to 20,000 people actually pay good money for the chance to get pelted with tomatoes. It costs $12 a ticket. The town's streets are hosed down, and the revelers showered off within minutes of the hour-long noon battle. When it ends, participants don goggles to protect eyes, while their clothes are typically T-shirts and shorts left covered in pulp. This is the 75th anniversary of the event and 20 years since the festival was declared by Spain as an international tourism attraction. I'd like to go there.
I missed it by a week.
I don't know. A lot of tomatoes. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.